YouTubers, today I want to show you a full tutorial for your original Xbox. Let's start this tutorial by turning on our Xbox. What you're looking at right now is the main dashboard of your Xbox. I'm going to show you all the functions of each. Okay, I'm going to show you the main menu first. The first thing you see light up is Launch DVD. This function is used when you want to play a game disc on your Xbox or when you want to watch a DVD movie. The second option that is light up right now, it's for the adult games section. I'm about to show you the games contained in it. These are games for adults only. As you may see in the list, these are actually Xbox games, but they're meant for adult use only. Okay, let's go back to the next option in our main menu. The next option is for the applications. The applications options contains the following apps. DVD Dango Free, which is used to watch DVD movies on your Xbox. DVD to Xbox, which is used to save DVD movies or Xbox games from an actual disc to your DVD to your Xbox hard drive. Leopard text is to use to access your hard drive, but I don't recommend you using this app since this could delete your Xbox hard drive. The next one is text editor, which is used to, like the name say, to edit text. XBNC, also known as Kodi, and XP Partitioner 1.3, which is used to delete all your Xbox hard drive content. So I don't recommend to use this app also. Let's go to the next option in our main menu. The next option is for the emulators. Let's see what's inside this option. Okay, in the emulator section we have Atari 2600, Atari 5200 and 800, Atari 7800, Atari Jaguar, Atari Lynx, Capcom Fighters, Coin Ops 8, ColecoVision, Final Burn Legends, Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color, Game Gear Master System, Hypervision 5 Gems, and Television, Killer Instinct, Neo Geo CD, Neo Geo Station, Nintendo 64, Nintendo NES, PC Engine, PlayStation, CoinOps 8 Premium 8 Gold, Sega Genesis 32X, Super Nintendo, Vectrex, Virtual Boy, and Wonders 1. I have to mention that Vectrex, Atari Jaguar, I have to mention that Vectrex and Atari Jaguar, those are emulators in alpha phase, which this means they are not completely developed, so they might have issues such as uh, no sound or slow gameplay. What I'm about to show you right now is how to use the menu for your standalone emulators. These options will apply to the following emulators: Sega Genesis, which is light up right now, Super Nintendo, Wonders 1, Virtual Boy, Nintendo NES, and all the Atari emulators. All the standalone emulators except for the Nintendo 64 emulator will look like this. The first option is to select the game from favorites. The second option is to select the game. The third one is to launch a CD. But since these emulators have all the games released for these systems, I don't think you're gonna need to use this option. The second one is configure the skin. If you would like to change the skin for a different one, the configuration to your emulator, which I don't recommend to use this option because you could like mess up something in the options. The utilities, which is used to manage your save games. And finally, the option to return to the main menu or to the launcher. Return to launcher. But let's go play a game so I can show you how everything works. The controllers are already pre-configured, but if you want to configure a controller differently for a certain game, you just need to go to the configuration option. Okay, let's go to select game. As you may see on your screen, the games are in different folders. In your first folder you have all the Sega Genesis games. On the second folder you have all the Sega 32X games. But we want to play a Sega Genesis game, so let's choose this option by pressing the A button on your controller. In this folder we have several subfolders, one for licensed games, one for translated games. These are usually games from Japan that had been translated, unlicensed homebrew games, and prawn. But we want to play a licensed games. Let's go to the licensed games. We're gonna go to the US games release. Let's choose the most popular game for these systems, a Sonic game. If you wanna go faster on the scrolling, you just have to press R for going down or L for going up in the list of games. If you notice, every game has a preview video and a picture screen of the original. Okay, let's play Sonic and Knuckles. After you press A to select your game, these options will appear. Do not change anything in those options, in these options in your screen. I repeat, do not change anything. Simply press B to start your game. Okay, now let's go to the game in-game options. But if you want to go to the in-game options, which are used to save your game saves, or which is used to save your game or to access other options, let's press the right stick. As you may see, several options shows up. You can go to configuration, which we don't need to do that right now. You can go to cheat codes database. Let's check this option, it's very interesting. Cheat codes database. Let's search for a list of cheat codes. Press X. Let's search for a cheat database for codes. We're playing right now. If you notice, there's a list of all the Sega Genesis games here. I repeat, these options are exactly the same for all the standalone emulators: Nintendo NES, Super Nintendo, and all the Atari games. Let's go to Sonic and Knuckles, which is the game that we're playing right now. So you can see all the cheats you can put on your games. Don't lose rings when hit infinite time, start with 99 lives, etc, etc. Keep rings between levels, super shoes don't run out with time, Sonic can always double jump. Well, you understand the function of cheats. So let's choose Mega Jump for Sonic. To choose a cheat, you just need to highlight the option or the cheat and press A. Once you press A message will pop up which says Mega Jam for Sonic was added to your list. So let's go back, pressing B. So we're gonna go back again and choose list of cheat codes. We're gonna activate the Mega Jump now that we have it in our cheat code list. We're gonna turn the code on. Now, to make the cheat code apply the cheat code, we're gonna have to reset the game. Okay, we have resetted the game, and now we're gonna test the cheats that we just applied. Moon Jump, that's how this cheat is called, Moon Jump. As you can see, Sonic is jumping higher than usually. Okay, now that we know this, let's test another option in our emulator. We're gonna go to configurations. Here you can change your controller configurations, your default directories for the games, or video previews. I recommend leaving alone this option. General settings, set default games configurations, network play and options. This should allow you to play some games online, but to be honest, I'm not sure if these network net play options are still available. Okay, now that we know what configuration contains, we're gonna go to game utilities. Here you will find the save states, and you will also have the option to load an state that you saved previously. You can take a screenshot, and you can also record 10 minutes of your gameplay. You can also create cheat codes if there is one code that is not in your list, which I doubt. Now that we know the options, or we have an idea of the options that our emulator, our standalone emulators, which I repeat, this applies to all the standalone emulators, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Mega, Game Gear, Game Boy Advance. These or all emulators that I just mentioned uses the same options of the Sega Genesis. Let's exit this game and let's go to our main dashboard or launcher. Yes, let's press yes. Okay, we're back to the emulators section. Now I'm gonna show you the multi-emulators options. Capcom Fighters, Coin Ops 8, Final Burn Legends, Hypervision 5 Gems, Killer Instinct, Neo Geo or Neo Geo Station, PlayStation, and Premium 8 Gold. All these emulators that I just mentioned uses the same options. Let's go to Premium 8 Gold. Okay, my friends, here is the menu of CoinOps 8 Premium. It is sorted out in different sections: arcade classics, console classics, school, old school, action games, beat 'em ups, fight club, race driver, run and gun, shoot 3D, shoot 'em ups, sports classics, laser disc, and the option to shut down the system. Let's go to arcade classics by pressing the A button on your controller. So let's see all the list of games that we have in CoinOps 8 Premium. But let's play popular games that everybody knows. Let's play Blazing Star by pressing the A button. Remember to choose anything. You will be always using the A button. This is an arcade game, so to add coins you just have to press the back button on your controller. And to start the game you probably know that you have to press start. To access the cheat codes in your game, you just need to press back in white. As you can see on your screen, three options appears. One is for cheats, one is for game settings, and the other one is for returning to the game. But we want to see the cheats section. Let's press on it. Remember, to choose an option, always press the button A. Once you choose this option, you can see all the cheats available for your game, which are infinite lives, max power, and much more. Now, if you wanna go to the main menu and get out of your game, you just need to press back and start at the same time. One thing that you have to know is that arcade games cannot be saved on these emulators, which I'm gonna mention right now. CoinOps 8, CoinOps 8 Premium, which is the one we're using right now. Final Burn Legends, Neo Geo extension. Okay, we're back to our main menu. Remember, if you wanna get out of an emulator game or an applications right away, all you have to do is press L, R, back, and start at the same time. And this will reset your Xbox and send you to the main menu. Let's check now the Nintendo 64 emulator. Okay, we're now in the Nintendo 64 emulator. As you can see, the list of games is on your left, and there's a little preview of your game on your right. If you want to access the emulator options, you just have to press X in your controller. Once you have access to the options, you can see that there are options for your launcher. You can also go to default settings, and it also gives you options for the highlighted games, which is a Diddy Kong Racing in this. You have also the video settings options, emulator settings, controller configuration, and you can also see or view a synopsis of the game. You can also see the credits who made this emulator possible. You can quit the emulator, or you can also shut down your Xbox from here. But let's choose a game so I can show you how to select the best options for your game. Okay, let's choose Super Mario 64. Please have in mind that some games such as Resident Evil 2 do not work well with these emulators, probably because they are very demanding. As you may recall, Resident Evil 2 was very difficult to add to the Nintendo 64 library. So nowadays, no Nintendo 64 emulator is capable of emulate this awesome game. The only way to play this game is by using a PlayStation 1 emulator, which I'm gonna show you later in this video. But let's choose Mario 64. Once you choose your game, it's gonna show you several launch options. Always choose the first one, so you don't get confused. Don't pay attention to the other options. I recommend you using different options only if your game doesn't work correctly with the first options. Otherwise, always use the first launch with 1964. Once you select the launch, you now have to select the video plugin. Always, like I said, always choose the first option unless you have some issues with your game. So let's choose Ride 5.10. And now our game is being launched. Super Mario 64. Perhaps the most popular game for this system. As you can see on the screen, everything works really well. But let's press start to see how is the gameplay. Let's choose a new game. Okay, now we're playing Super Mario 64 on our Xbox. To access the options for your emulator and to save states for your games, you just need to press the right stick. Press it, and the options will appear. So you can now load and previous state, save as a state. You can show the debug info, which I don't think is necessary. You can also go to video settings, controller settings, control configuration, or you can also take a screenshot. But let's keep playing our game by pressing B to go back to the game. Let's go to the castle. As you can see, the emulation for Super Mario 64 is perfect. Not for all games though, there are about 8 to 10 games that cannot be emulated very well. But that's nothing compared to the 280 games that this emulator contains. Okay, my friends, that's it for today. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you, friends, and see you in my next video.